I've been part of a conservation corps for about a month now out in Arizona, and during project we do a lot of camping and hiking and just spending time outdoors. So something that I've just kind of getting into / learning about, but I think is super important, is the Leave No Trace. And so it's based off of 7 core principles. The first being plan ahead and prepare. So know what your weather conditions are going to be, see if there's going to be any regulations or special rules about the park or the place you're camping at. And also you can repackage your food to minimize waste. So if you're bringing along some breakfast cereal, you don't really need the box. You can just bring the bag with the cereal in it. The next one is travel on and camp on durable surfaces. So an awesome campsite isn't made, it's found. So you just want to make sure that you are in surfaces that have already been used, and try to travel on pre-existing trails that are already there so that you're not creating more trails that don't need to necessarily be there. Number 3 is dispose of waste properly. So the easiest way to remember this is kind of pack in, pack out. Whatever you're bringing in to camping or hiking, make sure you're also bringing that out, because your waste and your food products or your food wrappers aren't natural to the environment that you're spending time in. Also, one thing is bury your poop. So you want to dig a hole that's about 6 to 8 inches deep and 200 feet off of the trail. Dig that, do what you need to do, and then make sure you bury that back up and you can move along. If you're gonna wash yourself or dishes, make sure that you're disposing of wastewater 200 feet away from water sources, and make sure you're using biodegradable soap. Number 4 is leave what you find. So as you're walking around, don't take stuff with you, just leave it as it is so it's in its natural form. Number 5 is minimize campfire impacts. So first off, check to make sure you can have a campfire. During high possibility of wildfires, you're not going to be able to have a campfire. And if you are permitted, make sure you're using the fire ring that is usually provided in a campsite. And while trying to find your campfire materials, just pick stuff up that's on the ground, it's already fallen, and you can burn that. Something important to remember is after you're done with your campfire, make sure you burn it to ash. And then the way to remember that it's good is if you can stick your hand in the ashes. You want it to be that cool, because even a little bit of hotness, anything can relight and cause a fire. Number 6 is respect wildlife. Just observe wildlife from afar and let them do them, and make sure you're not feeding them, because feeding them can alter their natural behaviors and cause them to be more vulnerable to predators and other dangers. Something also to remember is to make sure that you're putting your food and your trash in a place that animals can't get to. So whether that's a vehicle or a locked cooler or bear bag, anything that will keep that stuff away from animals. Number 7 is be considerate of other visitors. Let the natural sounds prevail. Just be conscious of other people spending their time outdoors just like you're spending your time outdoors. When you want to get away, the last thing you want to hear is just people screaming and making a ton of loud noises. You want to hear birds chirping, you want to hear the wind blowing, and you just want nature to prevail. So just be conscious of other people's time in those parks and just treat them like you'd like to be treated. So again, I'm not an expert on this. I'm still learning a lot about it. I hope that this video helped you understand a little more about what Leave No Trace is about, and I'll see you next time.